Hi guys, welcome to the Fourth Moment Weekly Roundup, and this is where we get you we try to give you all the local news on local football. Andrew,
Yes, Shamiel.
yes, this weekend is like a whole lot of ups and downs. We've got okay, first of all, we had the rugby because I wanted to say rugby scores, which you're going to talk about later.
Yes.
But then we actually had the rugby.
Yes.
Where did you watch the game? The final?
I watched it with some friends, Shamiel. It was
And?
entertaining. It was tense.
I think my heart rate sort of after these three games sort of.
Well, I had to survive my Nedbank Cup fixture during the day, so that went to penalties. So that was also tight. And then suddenly I went to watch a rugby game, and that was very tight. But listen, the boys pulled it through, Shamiel. Yeah. And I think, there are a lot of Cape Town players in there.
Yeah.
The boys did Cape Town proud and South Africa proud. And I think, as a nation, we're celebrating another World Cup triumph.
Again.
I think everybody's asking, can Rassie coach Bafana? But you never know. But no, listen, congrats to the Springboks. We're very, very proud of them.
Definitely.
And there's obviously going to be trophy tours and everything happening this week. So congratulations to them. They must enjoy it. We as a country must enjoy it. And hopefully it builds into our football as well, Shamiel. But we'll get to a few entertaining things that happen this weekend. But everybody's waiting for that.
Before we get there, Andrew, I just want to talk a bit about the rugby.
Yeah.
I know this is not a rugby show.
Yes.
But if you're a coach, you look at all sports.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, I've had experience in softball, in other coaching sporting codes, where it assisted me in coaching. And if you look at all the best coaches, they're always looking at different sporting codes, right?
Sure.
And if you look at this whole plan of what actually happened behind the scenes with the Springboks and Rassie and what's it, Jacques? Yeah,
Ninabe.
It's actually because in the rugby world, they did the unthinkable.
Yes.
And they got away with it. By 1 point.
Yeah.
But they got away with it.
They got away with it.
And they won the trophy. So that was, maybe for coaches out there, go and find out about that story, how they sort of pick their teams against all odds.
I think also from a player's perspective, Shamiel, I think, especially going into a third division season like I'm going into and an ABC season, players sometimes think they should start every game. Players sometimes think they must be in a match day squad. The coach has a plan, man. So for me personally, if I'm playing a certain type of team, I will pick a squad accordingly for our strengths against that team and to counter their strengths. So I think guys need to realize if you're part of, say, a 25 or 30-man squad and you're not in the match day squad, it's not like the coach has something against you. Talk to the coach. You must only got a plan for that game. So you must realize it's a squad game. That's a word I'm going to use now. I think that's the catchphrase for this week. Squad game. So this week, when you're playing in the third division, you're part of a squad and not in a matchday squad, don't be despondent as a player. The coach has a plan. Yeah. And I think for coaches out there, you need to, tell each player what their roles is within a squad, man. We can't just have players assume certain things. I've got the experience of that, where players assume that I've got something against them or something, when in actual fact, it's a certain way we want to play and I've got to use him for certain games. So, guys, I think two important things taking out the Springboks. Squad system, it worked. The plan came together, well done. The other important thing as coaches, communication. If each player understands his role within the squad and within the team, then he embraces that, you will get the best out of your player. Yeah. So that's it.
And also if the players understand the plan, it's easier for them to execute.
100%, Shama.
Okay. That's it on the rugby.
Congrats.
Right. Yes. Well done, Poker. So let's go to the football action this weekend. We had the ABC Nedbank Cup final.
Yes.
Which was between Marties and FN Rangers. Sure. And Marties beating FN on penalties.
Yeah, Shamiel, I heard it was a very tight game. It was 0-0 after full time and 0-0 after extra time.
Okay.
So very, very tight. Both teams were matching each other. I think from what I heard from all accounts, FN started like a house on fire, then Marties came back, and then the first half of extra time was the same, and then Marties came back again. So listen, we all thought that Coach Desmond, being at home, Marties were tough to beat. And they did it, Shamiel. They beat FN on penalties. So big ups to Coach Desmond. Congratulations to them. They're the ABC Nedbank Cup winners, Marties. Yeah. And they're waiting for the regional third division winner.
Which is taking place tonight. The
final is tonight. It is Premier versus Fontaine. Yeah. So good luck to those guys at NY116. This is Wednesday night that we're recording the show. And they will then go play in Caledon, Shamiel, next weekend, the 10th, 11th and 12th, against the other region's Nedbank winners to get the overall regional winner to play against Marties. So I think 2 years ago at Hanover Park, we won it. I think we beat Fontaine also in the final. And then we had to go to Stellenbosch, Krugersdorp, and we won the regional there, and then we ended up playing Santos. Last year, I think there was a team from Overberg that won it. I remember Clarewood
Yeah, they were in
Clarewood
it,
played
yeah.
them, and Clarewood made it through.
Yeah.
Trinitarians were our representative last year.
Yeah.
So good luck to Premier and Matros for the final tonight, and then good luck for when they
Whoever
go
goes.
the weekend, to Caledon. But listen, 2 weeks time, 3 weeks time, we'll be talking about the regional Nedbank final.
Sure. Then just talking about third division, obviously it's that time of the year.
Yeah.
We've got the third division starting this weekend. And in case you don't know yet, you can get all that results at www.thefourthmoment.co.za as those games finish. This weekend, though, it might be a little bit delayed because we're going to be busy with other things, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So can we run through the fixtures quickly?
Sure.
Okay.
Good.
Matches start on Friday night. We've got Goal 50 against Silver Spurs. That's taking place at Heidelberg. JL Zwane versus Saxon. Saxon obviously want to do better than what they did last year, just surviving.
I've heard they built a very, very good squad. A couple of ex-pros in there. Granwald Scott playing for Santos this season. So for Saxons this season.
Saxon, okay.
So a very, very good season.
Okay, yeah.
Saxons have really strengthened their squad.
Yeah.
So they're a team to watch this season.
Okay, and then we've got Greenwood versus Seaside Spurs. So that's like a derby, guys.
Oh,
if
that's
you know
like
anything
a
about those
South
two teams,
derby.
That's like it might be they're far from each other, but it's a derby, believe me. Then we've got
sorry, and I played Greenwood last Tuesday, in the Nedbank. A very, very good team. Seaside, and I played Seaside on Sunday. They beat us 1-0 with a penalty.
Okay.
Very, very strong team as well. I think that'll be a very good match. I think if you're near Solo Street on Friday night and you're not going to William Herbert for our Super Cup, go and watch that game.
Yeah, and then that's taking place at Solo, yes. And then we've got on Saturday we've got Camps Bay New Boys playing Woodlands United. Woodlands United. We're not too sure of that venue yet. We've just got to wait and see. And then obviously
Camps Bay also strengthened. We've been told the number of ABC players coming to them. So the third division is going to be tough this year, Shamiel.
Also obviously Coach Ashraf and Dougie Williams there at Camps Bay. And then we've got Crystal Palace playing against yourselves, Vesco. That's going to be a tough game. New Boys, Crystal Palace, been there before.
Going to Manenberg is never easy.
Yeah.
Coach Uni there and Coach Bradley August. They will have a team well set up. We know we're in for a tough game, Shamiel.
And then we've got Matruus versus Ocean View. It's going to be a good game also.
That'll be a nice game.
Apparently Matruus got a lot of young players there, which is supposed to be expected after knowing that the younger players last year were doing well. The under 18s were doing well.
They did very well. They reached the Coke Cup final this year. Yeah. So very, very good team.
And then also still Saturday, Jomo's playing Premier United, going all the way to Saxon Sea.
Premier also got a very, very good squad this year. Jomo is also tough to beat in Atlanta.
This league is tough this year.
It's very tough, dude.
And then we've got Cape Town City on Sunday playing against Wanderers. That's going to be an early kickoff there.
1 o'clock,
Yeah. And then also on Sunday, FC Hout Bay versus Trinis out at IY.
It's going to be a tough one.
That's going to be
there's going to be no easy games in the third.
I think every game is going to be
it's going to be a tough one. And even when you're at home, it's tough. So, listen, the third division is going to be very, very good this year.
Looking forward to the third division.
Yeah, I think there's no easy games.
Definitely. Next on the card there, Andrew, what do we have?
I think, Shamiel, we need to talk about the playoffs.
Yes,
the LFA playoffs happen this weekend.
Yep.
Some of the teams we thought to keep an eye out, not there anymore.
Yeah.
We now reach the quarterfinal stage, which is happening on Saturday at Roykrans. 2 games at 10 o'clock and 2 games at 12 o'clock. And then the winners will play in the semifinals in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I think it's at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, Shamiel.
Yeah. And also, obviously, those guys that progress to the semis, they are the two.
The two winners of the semifinals.
Sorry, they progress to the final.
Yeah, the two winners of the semifinals get promoted to the regional men's.
There's no final being played.
There's no final now.
I think there used to be.
There used to be, and then I think they've done away with it last year and the year before.
Yeah.
But sure, Shamiel, some teams have got through by the skin of their teeth, on goal difference. Guys. We had some people send us messages, and listen, in all my professional career, I think this
professional career.
Well, not professional.
Make yourself professional.
I know. Coaching career and playing career, in my career, I can't call it a career because it hasn't ended yet. I've never come across scorelines that I've said, listen, this year in the Coke Cup, Hanover Park, we played Lango United in the Coke, and we won, I think it was 26-0.
Okay.
But it was, I think we scored 12 goals first half, 14 goals second half, but it was just, I've got 8 ABC players starting, so the class. But I've never seen 33 goals scored in the second half of a game, Shamiel. If you take into account that it should take you about 30 seconds to center, restart, and if I'm conceding goals, I will kick a ball far in the corner there and get a throw-in way on the other side of the field. But listen, we don't know the story. Apparently, it's investigation by SAFA, Shamiel.
Yeah, we got confirmation of that
confirmation
today.
of that.
Yeah.
In the other game, it was 0-0 halftime, 22 goals second half. Electric City versus 2 for Joy. I think the sparks flew there, Shamiel. There was no power there. Electric City.
Say it, you want to say it?
Yeah, they had load shedding. Load shedding. So, but Shamiel, I think if we look at it from, we weren't there, so we can't say.
But I mean, look here.
If I'm standing, if I am a coach of a team that's getting hammered 35 or conceding 33 goals in the second half, I've got to ask myself, why didn't I tell 5 guys to get injured and then get, let's do something.
Something,
to make the game end, because, I wasn't going to be the coach of that team.
Yeah.
And 35 is a lot. And then you got another game where it was 0-0 halftime and there were 22 goals in the second half. So from somebody who wasn't there, we can't speculate what happened. There's reports and everybody
sees videos and stuff.
The teams, we got it. Yes, there's videos. The team that won 35-1, Deodora, are through to the quarterfinals. That is not being changed. So that is going ahead. Even though there's an investigation and the result of the investigation will be the 15th of November, they are still in the quarterfinals. If they go through and they get promoted, and there's investigation, they must take its course, whatever it will be. Yeah. But Shamiel, we've got 8 teams there. What is good, and I think the most important, is that we will have 2 very good teams getting promoted.
Yeah.
And that is obviously the end of the day what we want.
Well, we got to see, because obviously everyone's going to ask, okay, what if it's one of those 2 teams? But like you say, the thing must run its course.
Yeah, the thing must run its course. Like I said, we can speculate. I reckon
you can't be a football person and not raise a flag to that, what happened there. But like you say, we weren't there. We can't point fingers at anybody. We can't. It is what it is. We have to see.
We can just speculate. And for me, like I said, as a coach, if I was coaching a team,
there's something wrong.
I personally would have made something happen.
Yeah.
Not something illegal. If my guys were
slow it down.
Yeah. I would kick the ball in the corners. I would have told my keeper, fake an injury for 2 minutes or something.
Yeah.
If you give them.
Take off all the strikers.
Put everybody at the back, play 9 at the back. I would have gone into the corners, because if I centered, I would kick the ball as far to the other side of the field as possible. They would take at least 2 minutes for them to score, and then I would only concede 22. But that's just me.
Yeah.
But listen, guys, I would like to hear your comments on our Facebook page.
Don't be scared.
And on YouTube. Tell us how you feel.
Please.
Yes, please.
Yeah. And
like I said, it's difficult for us to point fingers, and we can't speculate. At the end of the day, we've heard rumors and stories, teams had lots of injuries, the guys were tired and all that. So we take it as given. But at the moment, we've got 8 teams playing in the quarterfinal on Saturday. And who are they, Shamiel?
Yeah, who are they, Andrew?
So, Chili Boys? No. So we've got 4 quarterfinals on Saturday at Royco and Shamiel.
Yes, I've got it here now. I'm supposed to know this.
You're supposed to know this.
Right, here we go. We got
10 o'clock. We've
got Kalawa United versus Flamingo.
So that's Good Hope LFA
versus Greater Philippi. Good. Royal Citizen versus Clover.
So that's from
Mandela Park, and then Clover's from Mandalay.
Clover Co-Cup finalists last year.
Yeah.
A very good team. Came out of a very tough group, Shamiel.
Yeah.
So they're very strong.
Bishop Lavis from Northern Suburbs.
Yes.
Versus Westridge. Wow, it's a tough game, eh? I only noticed that.
Lavis versus Westridge will be very good.
It's a tough game.
Very tough game.
And then Blackbirds versus Deodora.
Yes, and the winner of Bishop Lavis and Westridge play the winner of Blackbirds and Deodora.
Yeah.
And the other 2 quarterfinalists will play in the semifinals. The winners of the semifinals will go through to the regional men's league next season.
What I was trying to look for here is, this whole thing about this high scores or whatever is now taking our attention away from the other things that happened over the weekend. And there was some, look, obviously it's league winners that took part, and there was some.
Yes.
Yeah, there were some teams that did very well. That some teams that just missed out, and we want to say hard luck to those guys.
Yeah.
It was tough, but at the end of the day, that's the playoffs.
There were other teams that missed out on goal difference by 1 or 2 goals, and the results were pretty close.
Yeah.
So and favourites who we thought: Goulburn, Hazendal, not in there.
Edgemead, that was
Edgemead 4-1 up in the second game, losing 5-4.
Yeah.
That was a bitter pill to swallow, losing 2-0 to Bishop Lavis. And Bishop Lavis came through that group.
Yeah.
Ashford Athletic doing very, very well.
Yeah, and losing out narrowly because Blackbird scored 9
Yeah.
far less than 33.
Yeah.
9 is still acceptable.
No, the team that played lost all their games. So
Yeah,
so it was pretty.
Yeah.
And I think by the time they get to the last game, the teams are pretty much given up.
Yeah, because
another team we thought would have done well was Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
But obviously Blackbirds came out of that group.
Yeah, they were the strongest in that group. Yeah.
So well done to Blackbirds. But Shamiel, it was tough, eh?
Yeah.
Listen, I take my hats off to all the coaches, especially now with the quarterfinals. It's going to be a lot of pressure. You're representing not only your LFA, but you're representing your supporters, your region, your community. So good luck to everybody on the weekend.
Okay, I think that's it.
No, we still got a Super Cup, Shamiel.
Oh, of course, Super Cup.
Our Super Cup's happening this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at William Herbert. There's some big games Friday night.
You're taking over the possession here. You're doing all the talking.
I know. So the game starts 6 p.m. on Friday night. We have a 7 o'clock and load shedding pending an 8 o'clock game, Shamiel.
Yeah. Can we run through Friday night's games?
Yes,
we're not going to give all the fixtures. Yeah. But on Friday night, the 6 o'clock matches are Ebai, team from PE versus Milano, Ulana versus FC Porto, Cape Town City versus FN Rangers, Ocean View and Everton, Mendoza from Delft versus Oriental Gunners from Reigate, Rockefellers and Lavender Hill. That's the 6 o'clock fixtures. Then 7 o'clock is Ubuntu, last year's champions, versus Greenwood.
That's 7 o'clock on the A.
On the A, and load shedding pending will be Stellenbosch versus Vasco at 8 o'clock. Otherwise, that game moves to 6 o'clock. We'll know by tomorrow.
Game, Shamiel.
Yeah, look, basically, gates open at 5 o'clock or 4:30 on Friday. If you want to come through. Kids pay 5 Rand, adults 10 Rand. You can park your car for 10 Rand also. Come to William Herbert. We'll have a tuck shop there. It's Friday night football. Doesn't matter where it is. We've got good football. Good
Friday under lights.
Under lights. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. So guys, make a turn. That's the start of this year's Super Cup 2023. We're excited.
I'm very excited.
A lot of hard work ahead. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. And every year, football is the winner at this tournament, if I must say so myself. It's quality football.
It's quality talent, Shamiel. I think, this year, I think we've got the teams involved are gonna light up Friday night football. I think we know Stellenbosch, very strong team, Cape Town City, Ubuntu, Vasco, Greenwood, all those teams playing Friday night, FN Rangers, every team actually in the Super Cup is going to hold their head up high and they're going to give. And we got to remember, Shamiel, League Cup winners, knockout finalists, all there.
Tough competition.
So it's tough competition, and we wish them all the best. We genuinely wish everybody all the best, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, no, me too. Guys, I think, so is that it?
I think that's it, We're just going to thank Pequeno.
Yes, Pequeno. Yes, obviously, and I was going to say that. Pequeno is also going to have a pop-up store there every day, so we'll see. Come out and support the guys. Like I always say, we got to support the companies that support local football, and they're supporting us 100% there. So come out and support them, and then also we got to say big ups to GSM Roofing, for always helping us bring up content, and make sure you go to them in Wetton Road for your roofing needs. Is that it?
I think that's it, Sham. I think some people have been asking me over the last week about streaming games and when we're going to be streaming. We'll be looking at the fixtures between now and the end of the year. We'll keep you guys updated on that. On our show, we'll tell you when. We'll give you guys at least
maybe we must start a backup buddy or something. Why we guys, you want to stream games? Get the bank details from us. Put some money in there, and then we can go stream some games. So we've sorted out the scaffolding is sorted out. The GSM roofings, that's sorted. Now it's just the data.
The data.
And the petrol to get there. So maybe help us out with that.
So if you'd like us to go to Atlantis for the day, then you're going to have to help us with the backup buddy.
Definitely.
But we're looking forward to doing some live streams.
Yeah, we're definitely going to.
We really enjoy doing that and bringing football to everyone.
Yeah, I think if not the end of this year, definitely beginning of next year.
Yeah, definitely.
And now we got to do it when Vasco isn't playing.
We only play Friday nights mostly, so it's fine.
Guys, okay, that's enough nonsense talk. If you're still here with us watching this nonsense, be sure to like and subscribe wherever you're watching. Please try and go to, if you're on Facebook, go to YouTube and subscribe. Why we keep asking that is because that's where you can help us bring us more content, because there's a bit of a return there. And we need to get that subscribers up to 1,000. So help us out with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
That's enough groveling. Guys, we see you this weekend at the Super Cup.
Yes.
When you come say hello. We'll be in the control center. Andrew will be
next to the A-field. I'll be
walking around. He can't sit still, so he'll be walking around. I'll be sitting still on a chair and watching everything. Guys, come around to William Herbert this weekend. Super Cup 2023 is going to be a banger, like they say. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.